Hey, we're looking at a pair of Q2 Audio's f765 single channel 500 module versions of the compressor and limiter section of Q2 Audio's reissue of the 2-channel ADR Compex limiter. Now, the Compex sound and whole history goes back to the late 60s in England, when audio and design recording made aftermarket modules designed to fit into the various recording consoles of the day. You might have heard the sound of this compressor and other compressors and limiters they made. For example, on Led Zeppelin records from back then, they used them on the drums. But today, with the reissue here of Q2's f765, they are much cleaner, quieter. I like to think much more resettable, much more reliable. This is a pair. These pair is matched. You can buy them in matched pairs, and they're also stereo linkable, dependent on the rack that you have them in, 500 rack. I'm using a Trident Audio Decadent 500 10-space rack that supports stereo linking between pairs of odd-even slots. So I have the two here in slot 5 and 6. One of the features that I like about this sort of philosophy of design is all these are switches. Release time, here's the threshold, here's the release time. You have 3 position attack time. So the orange, all the orange lettering all applies to the compressor section. You can use the compressor only, or you can use the limiter only. The limiter is basically on. It's got a preset threshold, and we'll talk about that later. So if you only want to use the compressor, you would switch it off, and you would start. I start with a 1-to-1 ratio. So let's get to it and see how this goes. Okay, I wanted to show you what this pair of f765 sounds like on a drum loop. This is a copy of a Led Zeppelin levy brake loop somebody programmed. And as you see on the meters, you see that I've set up the oscillator again, 0 into, 0 out, and on the front of the two 765s, everything is unity up. This is important, which you'll see later when you want to use the limiter. So let's hear the loop. Mute the oscillator. There's the loop. So that's just going through the box. Not anything extra happening. Try a 2-to-1. Let's lower the threshold. A little makeup thing, maybe. So this is the slow attack time. Let's go a little bit. Now we're a little higher ratio, so we're getting in the realm of limiting. Okay, now for loudness sake, faster release time. And we'll go to stereo link. So now we might as well put in the limiter on top of the compressor. Now the limiter is fixed threshold. You can see that it's got a much faster